Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's training. Today we're going to talk about how to target your market and the 12 questions you need to ask yourself in order to find your target market. This training is going to be for you if you have clients, but they're all in different markets. If you have an agency with clients in a target market, but you want to better understand if it's the right market. Or finally, if you don't have any clients and you want to make sure that you target your market well so your agency doesn't take over your life. So first we're going to review a little bit about why you want to target a market. Going after different markets is like hitting a moving target, which is way harder to hit a moving target than it is a stationary target. And you're just complicating and overcomplicating your business. You can't really automate when your target is constantly changing. Targeting helps you simplify and easily repeat the same steps over and over. And targeting helps you position your company as the authority in that market. So here's some myths about targeting a market. The first one is when you target your market, that means you're going to make less money and you're going to have less business. Now, this can be true if you target to the extreme. Like the second one says, targeting, this is myth number 2, targeting your market means finding obscure markets. You don't want to find obscure, tiny markets. You want to find big markets that you can delve into and make money in. If they're too obscure, there's not a lot of money to be made. Now, it is very powerful to target your market, but you don't have to be super specific when you get started. You can eventually become more specific, but when you get started, you want to go after a more general market. Like you don't want to just say businesses. That's too general. You may want to say lawyers. You may even want to say personal injury lawyers or some other type of specific market like that. But you don't want to get into sub-markets of that are so obscure that no one's even looking for them. You should also target a market. Myth number 4, that you should target a market that you're passionate about. That may or may not be true, but the problem when people give you that advice is that there may be a perfect market for you that you're not passionate about, but it's still a really great market. And often the things we're passionate about aren't always the best direction for us to go. Sometimes, and we'll get a little bit more into that later, but these are the myths about targeting your market. So in agency automation, we're going to be talking a lot about automation. Now, automation, it means you have a process that's easily repeatable. If you're going after multiple markets, that means there are fewer steps that are actually repeatable. Going after the same market, it maximizes the repeatable task and it makes automation possible because you're not reinventing the wheel every time you get a new client. And if it's done right, you can also charge more because working in a single market makes you a specialist in that field. And since specialists can demand premium prices, you can charge more and grow your agency faster. So here's a great example of targeting their market. On the left, they're both electric cars, but on the left we have the Tesla electric car, and on the right we have the Nissan Leaf. Both of these are electric cars, but they go after very specific markets. They're big markets, but they're very specific and very targeted. They're not the same market. The Nissan Leaf appeals to a different audience than the Tesla does. And the price point is different, obviously, of the Tesla than the Nissan Leaf. Nissan Leaf's probably going after people who like a lot of the same things as the Tesla, but maybe are a little bit more conservative with their spending, a little bit more frugal. So it is a different market in many aspects, but yet it can be also very similar. Successful companies, they target their market. They know who they're going after, because when you know who you're going after, you know how to get to them. So the question comes to, who should you target for your market? And that leads to a discussion that I hear often where people say, follow your passion. Following your passion is not usually the best advice. And we're going to talk a little bit about passion versus value. So what is your passion? There was a survey done where they asked people what was their greatest passion. And 90% of those people said their passions revolved around sports, arts, and music. Sports, arts, and music are only about 3% of the jobs that are out there are in those fields. So if people really went after their passion, statistically, most of them are going to fail, which is not going to lead to a very successful business or a very successful career. So going after your passion isn't the right answer. What you want to do is go after the market that you can provide the most value to. So here's how we find the right market. The first question you need to ask yourself is, who do I have mass access to right now? Who can I get in front of right now? Potentially you are in a small networking group. And when I say mass access, I don't necessarily mean thousands. It could be 20. It could be 30. Who do you have mass access to right now? Who can you get in front of? Maybe you're a part of an association. Maybe you've got a connection in a specific market. A lot of people don't consider this when they're trying to figure out how they're going to target their market. But this can be a great launching point for your business or a boost to the business that you already have. Who do you have mass access to right now? The people you can provide the most value to are the people that you can reach. And if you've got access to people, then these are the people that you can provide the most value to because you can reach them. All right, here's the second question. Who can I help the most monetarily short term? Now, that's not to say that you should only think short term, but when you're providing value for people, they generally want to see a return on their investment or some sort of result pretty quickly. So who can you help the most short term is a great question to ask when you're trying to figure out what your market is. So an example of this would be that you have some Facebook ad that you've set up and you've had success with and you know it works and you've tried it with multiple clients and it gets them money very quickly. Or maybe you come into a business and they have an email list and you go in and say, look, I can, help you to do email marketing and we're going to send out an email to your list and help them make sales. That's a very short-term moneymaker that you can help people with right now. And you want to ask yourself, who can I help the most monetarily in a short-term fashion? Now, that doesn't exclude the long term, as we'll see here, because that's the third question. Who can you help the most monetarily long term? So who can you help make the most money in a long-term relationship? The reason you want to ask yourself this is because you want those clients to stick around for years and years and years. So you want to think about the short-term value you can provide, but you also want to think about the long term. If you can only do things quickly and make people money quickly, then you're always going to be trying to find new clients. You can do that, and businesses are built around that model. But I found that if you can solve both, you can make a lot more money. Number 4, who can you help most easily? So the reason you want to ask yourself this is because if the way you need to help people is super complicated, it makes automating your business very, very difficult. You want easy solutions that have the biggest impact for your clients. So who can you help most easily? So the less work you do and the biggest impact you can give. And so maybe that's a specific service that you offer. Maybe it's coaching. Maybe it's being a business consultant, maybe it's a specific ad for a specific type of business that you've got. But this is going to help you to be able to automate everything that you do, because it's going to help you lead with that thing that's the easiest thing for you to fulfill. Question number 5. Who can I help save the most money? So this question is secondary to who you can help make the most money. But there are times when there are certain services that you're offering that are actually helping people save money too. And so it's important to understand where you're helping people save money with the services that you're providing. Here's an example. If people are paying a social media manager a wage to do all their social media, and you came in and said, look, I can do it for, you're spending $3,000 a month having someone do this. I can do it for $1,000 a month. So you're immediately saving them money. You want to think about the services you provide and how you can help them save money, although this is secondary to how you can help them make money. And then number 6 to finding your market is who can I best help live a better life and lifestyle? If you can come in and talk to a business owner and help him work his way out of his business, if you can help him make more money so he has more money to spend, more money to put into his pocket, if you can help him spend less money so he has more money to put into his pocket, if you can help him live a better lifestyle, a healthier lifestyle, because he's running himself ragged trying to do too much. This is an important question because you're solving a very important need in that business owner's mind. So this is not as important as some of the other things, especially when you're talking about a marketing agency, but it is something to consider as you're thinking about your market. Who can you best help live a better life and lifestyle? And consider that, because all of these, when you understand your market, all of these feed into your own marketing as you target that person and understand them best. So these are going to help you understand your market, not just help you pick a market, but help you get down and understand them on a very personal level. So after these 6 questions, we have 6 other questions which are going to help you verify your market. And they're basically the same questions, but potentially a little bit more poignant. Because how am I going to get mass access to this market? So maybe when you first answered this question, you thought, well, I don't have mass access to any of these people. But as you answered the other questions and you start narrowing down your target market, now you need to ask yourself some of these questions which were less applicable to you before. So how am I going to get mass access to them? So if you went through the other steps and you said, my best market are painters, house painters. I have experience with that. My brother does it. I can get a few case studies. All of these factors are lining up, and you're able to look at it and say, wow, this is my market, but I have no idea when I was first going through these questions how I was going to get mass access to them. So now the question is there a way? Is there a painting association that you can join? Is there a forum of house painters that you can join? Is there some other group or whatever that will allow you to get access to this market that you've chosen? So this is going to help you verify your market as you think through these questions on how you can do this. Next question is, how am I going to help them monetarily short term? What exactly can you do and will you offer to these potential market to make them money short term? Again, maybe some of the other answers were stronger, and so you picked a specific market, but you weren't really clear on this one. Now these questions are going to help you get clear on every single one of these questions. You need to repeat this in order to go through it again and get very specific on how you're going to build and automate your agency. All right, next, number 3, Like before, long term. How are you going to help them long term? You need to answer that as well. And how are you going to help them easily? What is it you can do easily for them that costs you as little time, energy, money, and reinvention of your marketing tactics? How can you help them in the easiest way? And how will you help them save the most money? And how will you help them live a better life and lifestyle? Again, these questions are going to not just help you find and verify your market, they're also going to help you understand your market. These questions get put into your marketing and are the foundation of your marketing as you target your market. So just a quick review. Who do I have mass access to right now? Again, mass access can be 20 people, could be more, could be thousands. Who can I help the most monetarily short term? Who can I help the most long term? Who can I help the most easily? Who can I help save the most money? And who can I help live a better life and lifestyle? And to verify that market, how am I going to get mass access to them right now? How will I help them monetarily short term and long term? And what's the method that I can use to help them easily? How can I help them save money? And how can I help them live a better life and lifestyle? All right, so do not discard this training because it's simple. It is simple but powerful. This is, again, the foundation of automating your agency, is understanding who your market is, how to target them. These trainings are not going to be long. I don't see any of them going over an hour, but I want them to be easy to implement. So I've created a worksheet for you. You can download it on this page and fill it out to help make sure that you have the perfect target market. Do that worksheet. It's okay to be a little bit more general or generic at first, because if you don't have any clients, you do need to get those case studies. You do need to see who can you provide value for. So do whatever you can to find those first clients. And that could potentially help you choose that market as well. As you see who is it that I can help the most, it's going to help you narrow down your market as you go and get paid for it. Now, if you have clients and they're all over the place, you don't have to fire your other clients. You can wait until you're ready. Eventually, you may want to do that, especially if they've been difficult clients for you. But you'll know the right time to do that. I'm not going to give you advice to go and cut off your income, but eventually you'll probably want to get rid of those and focus on your target market. So if you already have a market, you may want to relook at it, make sure that the market you've chosen is the right one. So that's the training, and we've done it under 20 minutes, so that's pretty cool. And our next training, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into some of these foundational principles, and pretty soon we're going to get into some very simple sales techniques. But this base training is vital to the philosophy of automating your agency. And so don't disregard it. Do the worksheet, and I'll see you in the next training.